Let's talk about the Britney Justin feud that is going down right now. So it started most recently, brought back again, with Justin releasing his album. And Britney fans being very ferocious. And I love you, Britney fans, because they freed Britney, literally. So they're a lot of them are going after Justin. And Britney at first commented that she supported Justin in his album. And then he made some comments, which he has been making comments every time he sings Cry Me a River. So Britney fans have been very upset about the whole situation and him rehashing that whole element. And then Timbalad saying something very nasty about how Justin should put a muzzle on his girlfriend. And that's Justin's basic collaborator. So it's been heated. It's been very heated on both sides. Britney Spears' "Liar" and I believe another song of hers have gone to number one. So it's or "Selfish." The song "Selfish" has gone to number one, which is ironic because Justin came out with an album called "Selfish." So that's Britney fans super trolling Justin. So there's that element. There's a fun element of you look at it and it's like, oh, that's silly. Like, yeah, it's probably not silly to Justin, but to a lot of people it's kind of, funny, where it turns and you don't really think much about it. Where it really starts turning dark is where people start sending death threats on both sides. They start to sending death threats not only to them but to their family members, to their children. And it goes from a very ha 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 to a very ho 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 kind of situation. Why? Where does it go from one point to another? I think it happens when we choose to belittle people. And as funny as it may be to some people to belittle Justin, when he's trying to come back or bring some effort of self-respect onto the world, and even as I scoff and I laugh because I think, Justin, you need a really good PR team, because that whole crime, it's just singing "Cry Me a River" is just a call for hatred, from Britney fans. So there's all those elements. So what do we do? What do we do? Who's right? Who's wrong? No one's right. No one's right when it comes down to hatred. I know I personally, when Justin hosted SNL, I was like, what? Because I love SNL. It's like, how dare you have Justin host SNL? And I was looking at it from the PR standpoint. I was looking at it from the climate about what people feel about Justin and people's ideas and thoughts. And lo and behold, I was completely right, as I hope you know, about the situation. And you see it on Twitter. It's like, and I think a lot of times you think to yourself too, but aren't there other things happening in the world, like maybe perhaps World War III? But no, Justin and Brittany are more important. So when we send hatred, it ripples into more hatred, and we think to ourselves, no, I would never send a death threat. Well, I don't know. Sometimes look at your own feed and see some of the things that could be construed in various different ways. I know that sometimes in my feed, I'm like, when I go back and read it, I'm like, yikes, what did I say? I probably should delete that. And I a lot of times I'll just kind of leave it just as a sense of self forgiveness. And I know that perhaps in the future someone's going to call me out on it, and I'm going to have to say, hey, I don't know what I was thinking. Or I'm going to have to reevaluate the whole situation because of my frame of mind. And I think that Justin and all human beings perhaps should do that. I have we all have the internet. We all have the internet. We can go back in time and we can see the interviews about Justin talking smack about Britney. We can see Britney crying. We can see the whole dialogue that played out in front of us. So whether it's right or whether it's wrong, whether it's true or whether it's false, that's the dialogue. That's the dialogue that is placed in front of us, and we need to adjust to it for Justin's sake, through a better PR system, and learn to navigate the system much better. That's what I say. And address it with love. Address it with love. Some of the advice that I would give Justin would be, first, maybe don't sing "Cry Me a River" ever again. And if you are, perhaps change the lyrics and make it something so much better. Just make that statement, make that bold statement, and go back and look at the things you said about her and listen. Just listen. I know that as an Aquarius, we can be very, very stubborn because we know we're right. But the universe brings us these things in order for us to be able to learn and grow. So I know that these both individuals have a lot of power, a lot of sway over their fans. And you can see it on the Twitter. Back and forth. People are destroying people's livelihoods based on Justin and Britney. Like they're going into people's pages and giving them bad reviews on their products, which have nothing to do with the whole situation. That's how bad it's gotten. And so when we give people a pass, when the two may, so I call to Britney and I call to Justin and I say, hey, listen, have a conversation, sit down, talk on the phone for the sake of humanity. See how you can work this out. I know there's been a lot of very contagious and horrible things said about each other from each other's camps, and whether they're true or whether they're false, it's okay. It's all okay because you're amazing human beings and you can rise above it. You can take this and transform this and make this into a much better situation for the sake of humanity and so that people stop hating each other so much and destroying each other's livelihoods. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to send lots of love to Britney Spears and to Justin Timberlake because you both have the power to be able to make this world a better place. We all do through our choices. I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful eternity. Take care.